What happens when the entire universe actually starts to lose its power, and a literal mountain is sinking into the middle of the ocean? Well, the answer came in the form of one divine avatar. We're jumping into a mythic arc right now that is honestly straight out of a blockbuster movie. We're looking at a story that operates on this massive cosmic scale. It's packed with unimaginable tension, desperate alliances, and a universe teetering on the very brink of total collapse. Today, we're talking about the second incarnation of Lord Vishnu, the incredible Kurma Avatar. Seriously, just imagine it for a second. The balance of creation itself depends on this one seemingly impossible task, and suddenly, right in the middle of it all, everything just starts sinking into absolute chaos. So who or what is going to step up to save the universe? These are the massive, truly cosmic stakes of the story we're unpacking in this explainer. Okay, let's set the scene. Long ago, the gods, the Devas, found themselves hit by this remarkably powerful curse. And we're not just talking about a minor setback here. This curse completely drained them of their power. As this dark, heavy atmosphere of uncertainty settled over them, they were left weak, entirely helpless, and, frankly, absolutely terrified. Malevolent forces were perfectly positioned to just sweep in and take over the entire universe. The balance of creation was completely shattered, and fear had completely gripped the cosmos. So the Devas are entirely out of options, and the universe as they know it is literally slipping away into darkness. Driven by pure, absolute desperation, they turned to the ultimate preserver of the universe. They prayed intensely for salvation, and then, breaking right through that absolute despair, a heavenly reveal illuminated the cosmos. Surrounded by a glowing golden aura and just boundless cosmic energy, Lord Vishnu appeared. The Devas desperately needed a miracle, and he was about to hand them a foolproof divine strategy to get their strength back before it was too late. But Vishnu didn't just wave a magic wand and give their power back. Instead, he gave them this divine and, frankly, unbelievably scaled blueprint. First off, they had to do the unthinkable, actually join forces with their bitter enemies, the Asuras. Why? Because they needed to churn the great cosmic ocean to get Amrit, the golden nectar of immortality, and there was just no way they could pull this off alone. To do it, they were instructed to lift the colossal Mandara Mountain to use as a massive churning rod. Then they had to take the giant serpent, Vasuki, and wrap him right around the mountain to act as a churning rope. The sheer scale of this preparation is just staggering to even imagine. All right, picture this epic, mythological scale. On one side of the roaring cosmic ocean, you've got the Devas. On the other side, the Asuras, bitter enemies, putting aside their differences, gripping this massive serpent rope, and just pulling with all their might from opposite ends. They were literally churning the turbulent waters of destiny to draw out the ultimate prize of immortality. The clash of forces, the roaring waves, the sheer cosmic effort, it was a literal battle for survival itself. But then, disaster strikes. Almost the second this great churning begins, things go terribly wrong. The Mandara Mountain was simply way too heavy, and the ocean floor offered absolutely no solid foundation. Panic is spreading everywhere as this colossal mountain starts rapidly sinking into the crushing depths of the ocean. Without a stable support, the churning fails, the Amrit is lost forever, and the universe inevitably plunges into total, irreversible darkness. Chaos and fear are just completely consuming the waters. And this contrast right here is exactly what makes this story so emotionally powerful. On one hand, you have the ultimate catastrophe unfolding. The mountain is disappearing, terror is echoing through the cosmos, and hope is completely drowning. But then, time almost seems to slow down. Breaking through the dark, chaotic waters, something magnificent appears. A giant, glowing cosmic tortoise emerges from the very depths that threaten to swallow their hopes. Right at that exact moment of absolute despair, Lord Vishnu materialized in his divine Kurma Avatar. He didn't show up as a warrior wielding destructive weapons. No, he came as a gigantic cosmic tortoise. Imagine the boundless divine energy and the heavenly light radiating from this magnificent creature as he gracefully navigates the stormy depths of the cosmic ocean, moving with this perfect, unshakable purpose to stop the impending disaster. In this truly epic moment, the Kurma Avatar positions himself deep beneath those turbulent ocean waves. He takes the unimaginable weight of the enormous Mandara Mountain directly onto his impenetrable shell. He becomes the ultimate foundation. By acting as that immovable base, he instantly provided the stability and balance that the churning process so desperately needed. He was the silent, unshakable support the world needed to survive. And because of that incredible, selfless act of foundational support, the great churning successfully resumed. With Kurma's perfect balance anchoring the mountain, the cosmic ocean actually started to yield its hidden wonders. Magical, divine treasures began rising from the frothing waters. And finally, the ultimate goal was achieved. The glowing, golden Amrit, the nectar of immortality, appeared. The balance of power was completely restored, and the universe was triumphantly saved from the darkness. You know, the Kurma Avatar leaves us with such a profoundly beautiful message. It's so easy for us to equate strength purely with aggressive power or loud victories, but this divine story shows us that true strength is often found in being the foundation for others. Sometimes, the absolute greatest support you can offer comes from patience, unwavering stability, and the silent sacrifice of just lifting others up during their most difficult, turbulent times. If saving the universe required a towering mountain and a massive cosmic tortoise to restore its balance, it really makes you wonder, what other unimaginable forms must the divine take when creation is threatened once again? It's such a brilliant reminder of the many majestic forms that heroism can take. If you found this explainer on the divine story of the Kurma Avatar as inspiring as I did, I'd absolutely love for you to drop a comment saying Jai Shri Hari Vishnu, and be sure to like, share, and follow us for more explainers where we unpack the powerful and fascinating stories of the Dashavatara. Until next time, keep learning.